Hi everyone, this is Sugantha Priya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr.S.N.S. College of C++ Overview. C++ is a general purpose programming language that was developed as an enhancement of the C language to include object-oriented paradigm. It is an imperative and a compiled language. C++ is a high-level general purpose programming language designed for the system and application programming. It was developed by Brian Stoutstrup at Bill's Laboratories in the year 1983 as an extension of C programming language. C++ is a pure object-oriented multi-paradigm language that supports procedural, functional, and generic programming styles. One of the important key features of C++ is the ability to support low-level system programming, make it suitable for developing operating systems, device drives, and other system software. At the same time, C++ also provides a rich set of libraries and features for high-level application programming, make it popular choice for developing desktop applications, video games, and other complex applications. C++ has a large active community of developers and users and wealth of resources and tools available for learning and using the language. Some of the key features include class, object, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. The building block of C++ that leads to object-oriented programming is a class. It is a user-defined data type which holds its own data members and functions which can be accessed and used by creating an instance of a class. Next is the object. Object is an identifiable entity with some characteristics and behavior. An object is an instance of a class. When a class is defined, no memory is allocated, but when it is instantiated, that is, object is created and the memory is allocated. Encapsulation. In normal terms, encapsulation is defined as wrapping up of data and information into a single unit. In object-oriented programming, encapsulation is defined as binding together the data and the functions that manipulates them. Consider a real-life example of encapsulation, that is, in a company, there are different sections like account section, finance section, sales section, etc. The finance section handles all financial transactions and keeps records of all the data related to finance. Similarly, the sales section handles all the sales related activities and keeps the records of all the sales. Now, there may arise a situation when for some reason an official from the finance section needs all the data about the sales in the particular month. In this case, he is not allowed to direct access the data of the sales section. He will first have to contact some of the officer in the sales section and then request him to give that particular data. This is what encapsulation is. Next is abstraction. Data abstraction is one of the important and most essential features of object-oriented programming. Abstraction means displaying only essential information and hiding the details. Next is polymorphism. The word polymorphism means having many forms. In simple words, we can define polymorphism as the ability to message to be displayed in more than one form. Next is inheritance. The capability of a class to derive properties and characteristics from another class is generally called as inheritance. Next is the features of C++. C++ is a general purpose programming language and was developed as an enhancement of C language to include an object-oriented paradigm. The following features are object-oriented programming, decision independent. It is very simple. It is a high-level language and also it is a popular language. The C++ is case sensitive. It is compiler based, dynamic memory allocation, memory management and multi-threading. The C language is an object-oriented programming language and it is a combination of both low-level and high-level languages and a middle-level language. The programming languages was created and displayed in such a manner so that all its features are built in additionally by active type checking, basic inheritance, default functional arguments, classes, inlining, etc. C++ was initially known as C with classes and was renamed with C++ in the year 1983. ++ is a shorthand for adding 1 to variety in programming. Therefore, C++ roughly means that 1 higher than C. This is a history of C++, C with class with the first implemented, with C class with the first reference manual published, new official named C++ was given, and the release of C++ 2.0 and the release of C++ OX, and finally C++ 20 was being developed. The difference between C and C++: both the language has similar syntax, code structure of the both languages are same, the compilation of both the language is similar, they share the same basic syntax. Nearly all of the C operators and keywords are also present in C++ and do the same thing. C++ has a slightly extended grammar than C, but the basic grammar is the same. Basic memory model of both is very close to the hardware. Some notations of stack, heap, file scope and static variables are present in both the languages. So this is a simple C++ hello world program. The important key points are: always include the necessary header files for the smooth execution of the functions. The execution of this code begins from the main function, and also it is a good practice to use the indentation and comments in programs for very easy understanding. Cout is used to take the print statement and cin is used to take the inputs. Thank you.